Hi, and welcome back to Sisterly Advice with Carly
and Angela. You already cutting up.
Yes, because so so this week's topic we're going to talk about is self-care.
Self-care.
But before we get into that, so if you guys been listening to us for a while, you know that Angela is here visiting me in England. So of course we went to dinner on her last night here, and she's over here acting up. Got us restarting our intro a few times. Intro not even much. All we doing is saying hi. Like if we gotta do that over. That's because she been drinking, but I told her she can't drink no more.
See, what had happened was I had a baby, right? And I wasn't drinking for a long time. So it's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No, we don't know what it's like, yeah. Because all those people out there who ain't got no kids like me is like,
what?
No. You're talking about, yeah, no.
I had to take a break from alcohol, and then I jumped back into it. I need to put my training wheels on first.
Not even that. She come out here, she know I'm military. Civilians think they can, people who think they went to college and all that stuff think they can outdrink military people, and they really can't. Y'all have no idea how much we can drink. And I'm not promoting alcohol as if that we just a bunch of drunks walking around here.
Sometimes.
But stop playing with me, because I don't do none of that.
No, I'll joke it.
But I'm just saying, when we drink, we drink. I'll say that.
So we're going to hop right into this topic now that y'all had that beautiful introduction of us tonight.
Yes. So our topic that we're going to talk about is self-care. So with self-care, we decided to pick this topic because I think Angela kind of realized, I guess I've been kind of forcing Angela to pay more attention to herself,
to myself, and
to really take care of herself. But self-care isn't just about, from a woman's standpoint, self-care isn't just about your facials, your at-home facials, and taking care of your skin, taking care of your body. That's the outer appearance. But we want to talk more about the inner self and the mental and stuff, because you do need to take care of those things in order to take care of other people. I think sometimes as women, we are natural caregivers.
Yes.
This is just how we're made.
Kids are not naturally caregivers.
Women are naturally caregivers. It's just our makeup. And I don't want to say all women, but majority of women have that trait. So, and I think sometimes we give so much of ourselves that we forget to take care of ourselves. But in order for us to take care of others, we have to take care of ourselves.
Right.
So, one thing that I do for my self-care is I build confidence in myself. And the way that I do that is that I have sticky notes on my mirror that tells me, it says, you are beautiful. You will inspire someone today. You will make words of affirmation. You will make a difference. You are a part of a team. I do those things, and at the very top of my list, for those who are spiritual and believe in a higher being, the very first thing I see is, did you pray today? So, and that's the first thing I read. And so usually when I read that, I just stop what I'm doing and enter into a prayer. And then I read the rest of everything else that's on my mirror. I legit have sticky notes posted on my mirror.
Right.
Yeah. What is something that you do, Angela?
So, honestly, while I was impregnated.
First of all, you can't be while I'm impregnated. That means
that
means while you're having sex, you're
right.
taking care of yourself.
Let me rephrase that.
That's the wrong word.
While I was pregnant with my last child,
baby number 4.
I had a lot going on. I had stress at work. I was the only parent in the house. I had a lot of kids there. I was just doing a lot of stuff. So I felt that I couldn't handle my emotional feelings by myself. So I did seek help. And I think that a lot of us, especially a lot of us feel like something's wrong with you when you go see a therapist. But sometimes you need that outlet because that therapist is the person that doesn't judge you. They just let you express yourself. And sometimes that's all you need to feel a little bit more relaxed. I also paint because to me, it was like a meditation type thing. So I just painted to kind of release my stress. That's what I did for my little brain up here to calm down,
like for my
mental,
your mental and your emotional state.
Yeah, that's what I did.
So I would touch on like talking to someone. So being in the military, sometimes things can be very stressful, and like I said, I only can speak for the Air Force. I don't know any other branch, but I do know I've talked to someone plenty of times. And in the Air Force, we have something called BHOP. So we have mental health, which is in a mental health clinic type thing for your mental. And then we have something that's called BHOP, which is behavioral. Don't get me up here lying. Some acronym. Anyway, I'm not even gonna lie.
We'll figure that out. If you really want to know, leave
I'm
a
sucking
comment.
right now because the people that's probably listening to me talking, dang, my master sergeant don't even know what a BHOP is. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, they know the term BHOP, and pretty much is more of an outpatient type care versus an inpatient type care. And what they do, they actually have BHOP at the counter where you go for your normal medical appointments, because now it takes that stigma off of I'm going for my mental health, because I get to check in as if I'm there for a normal physical appointment, as if I'm sick or my checkup or anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because people are embarrassed.
People are embarrassed, and I think the military realized that, and so they said, okay, let's put this mental health this certified mental health person here, and we're gonna give it this name, so people are more comfortable with making appointments. So I go to BHOP anytime I feel overwhelmed, overstressed, or anything like that, because it's a place where I can talk to outside of my peers that's from a medical standpoint that can help me get my mental together. And during me going to talk to someone like a therapist, pretty much, I discovered, well, I already knew that I wasn't getting any sleep, but what I discovered is that I didn't have a consistent nighttime routine. And that was something that was brought up during the discussion, like, well, what do you do before you go to bed? Because I told them, like, I'm not sleeping, I'm not this, not that. So what you doing before you go to bed? And I also learned, so I went to so they provided me with a sleep class on how to help me fall asleep, because I didn't know how to turn my mind off, because my mind was racing and thinking about things for the next day that I didn't know how to turn it off. And by the time my mind became restless and I got sleep, I'm only getting 3 to 4 hours of sleep, if that. Some nights I was only getting 2 sleeps and had 2 hours of sleep and had to wake back up and get right back at it. So I was becoming physically exhausted. And then the second thing I discovered that during that talks, like this was the last time I talked to him before I deployed, was my trigger, because I was becoming so stressed that it was causing me high blood pressure. And if anybody knows me, know I'm very I don't like taking medicine. I try to do the holistic route. I try to do anything that's more natural to better take care of myself than to put medicine in my body.
Right.
So when I found out like my blood pressure was becoming high, I was getting sad and frustrated, not at work because I was doing a really good job at masking it, but on the inside I was really hurting on the inside. But I did recognize that I need some help. So we pinpoint what was my triggers, what was triggering me to like go from 0 to 100 real quick, and what I can do. So some people, I don't know, I'm talking a lot, but I want to get this across, like things that help me. So I have an Apple Watch, and the good thing about the Apple Watch is one of the features that on there tells me, like, obviously it has a breathing thing on it, and that's what I told my therapist, and they was like, good, that's a tool to use, but here's a different type of app that you can do the breathing technique, and it shows you where your stress levels are, and when you bring it down, and it kinds of like do that. So that would help me out, and it taught me breathing techniques, so whenever I felt triggered, I could go towards my app and do that. But say if I was so caught up in working and stuff, my watch, the other app on the watch will all be like, okay, it's time for take a like breathing time. And it was like, even though if I missed like this, or if I'm working through if I'm triggered and I just like, fucking, I'm gonna just keep going, my watch would still buzz like, and I would look, and it kind of clicked my mind to like, stop and take a breath, calm down, and go forward. Yeah. So those are some things I do to take care of myself and emotions and mentally. Yeah. So mentally, once you can, I feel like once you can control your mental, then it's everything else will fall in line, the outside and everything. But mental has a big part in self-care, because a lot of us have a good mask that we put on, and we hide a lot of things. And me, I'm so bubbly all the time. You can tell when I'm upset, but if I can hide it pretty well as well. But I catch panic attacks because I hold on to so much stuff, and I don't take care of my mental. I don't relax. I don't breathe, and I don't let go. And so everything builds up, and honestly, I get panic attacks maybe twice a year, and that's just from all the buildup. And so I've learned that I need to calm down. We also need to learn that it's okay. It's okay to ask for help, because we are all human. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with asking for help. My sister was like, "Why you see a therapist?" I was like, "Girl, because I'm crazy." It's like, no, I'm not crazy, but I told her, I was like, I be stressed out. I really be stressed out, because she didn't get it. You know, a lot of people think that, especially people of color, think that people of color shouldn't be going to see no therapist, but I feel like we probably need it more than anybody else. We go through so much, and we hold so much in. I think it's the judgment of it too, because you know everybody has a little tick in them, and it's all about how you control your tick. Like I totally agree with you. There's nothing wrong with seeking help. What it shows too is that I'm human. So when my team is looking at me, at their leader, and like, oh, she always on point, and if I don't ever express to them like, hey, I visit these facilities too, I've used them and they help me, so you should go and seek help, and it'll help you too. Because then they'll look at me like as if I'm perfect, I've never have anything wrong, and I always got my stuff together. But the reason why I got my stuff together is because I go talk to somebody. Right. Like I have to take care of my mental, because I have those days where, I'm not saying I'm depressed, but I do have those days where it's hard to get out of bed, or I don't feel like doing this anymore because I done build up my stress. It's like I'm over it at this point, versus acknowledging when I need to take those break. And so that's what I do for mental. But for my emotions, like Angela, I paint too, but I also write poetry. So I'm still someone working through expressing my feelings and my emotions, and I feel like I'm a deep person when to certain people, but everybody don't get it. But I also know I don't like showing my emotions, because I feel like it's a sign of weakness. So to combat that and to help me be more expressive with my emotions and be in control of my emotions, I write, and that helps a lot to get it out on paper, because it's another way of me releasing that emotion side, along with the mental stress that I have, and it helps me be, get on a regular routine, and it helps me feel like I'm being myself. Right. So she did say that she's not depressed or anything, but if you don't check your mental, you can become depressed. Yeah, you can become depressed, and a lot of people. I've been there. I'm not gonna say that I haven't, because I have. A couple times in my life, I lost my mom. Went into depression then, and then she was a trigger for me for a long time. So a lot of when I missed her and I knew I couldn't call her or I couldn't see her, I would go in straight depression mode, and because I didn't talk to anybody, people just thought I was being mean or abrupt.
Did I say that right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and it's not that I'm in my moment right now. You know what I mean? And that's because I didn't talk to people at first, but now I express myself. I tell people how I feel. If I'm depressed, well, most of the time I'm not depressed. Now I'm just stressed all the time because, like she said, my mind be racing. And instead of me taking care of today, I'm always trying to figure out tomorrow. And because I have kids, I'm always going 3 times as fast, like what I'm going to do here, what I'm going to do there, what I'm going to do there, like trying to figure out what's going to work best for me and my family, because that's just who I am. But I have learned to breathe because we have to, and that breathing process for me was this vacation that I had to take to get away, just to say, but I still had to call and check on my kids. But
oh my God, every day, like I'm like, do you even like them like that? Like it was irritating me. I'm like,
it was. She was like, Nene, you on vacation?
I'm like, they not going no. And then y'all, oh my gosh, she has cameras set up in the house. As I feel like as you should if your kids are gonna be home for a long time by themselves, because they are. Going to school online and stuff, and she's checking on them to make sure like they're on their tablets doing their homework and like things of that nature, because kids tend to get distracted. But I'm like, okay, she got the camera set up, she watching them on the camera, then she turn around and call them, and then be mad when they don't answer their phone.
But you saw that
like,
though.
But they not even. So first of all, she calling them and they not answer the phone, but at the same time they not even doing nothing for her to be calling them. But she want to call them and ask them what you doing, because I see you not doing nothing. And I'm just like, leave them kids alone. Leave them alone.
But I'm going to break that habit because I have to learn how to take the time out for myself. Like, my kids did not miss me at all. No, so since I know that they are okay without me, then maybe I will be okay without them sometimes. But, it's just that.
They didn't even call her.
They didn't call me not one time.
Tell my mom when you coming home. And I was like, see?
They don't. I ain't gonna say they love me, but they okay. They know what I'm doing. But
also be mindful that she has teenagers and in a preteen. So obviously, I think at that stage, kids are on. I know when I was like 13, 14, I was in my
mama.
I'm not, and then I also was in the mindset like sometimes you think you know everything, what you really don't. No, like I'm about to do me type thing. So they not really worried about her like that.
No, but with parents, you need a break. Don't say you need a break and then you take a break and then be like me calling your kids every 15 minutes. you need a break. Like
after the second week, she was a little bit all right. She gotten a little better.
But no, I think taking care of your mental is always first. If you can't take care of yourself, then can't nobody help you, because only you really know what's wrong with you.
And then you know what you kind of need, because once you know what you need, but you also need to talk to somebody to figure out what you need if you don't know what you need. Yeah. Because in the midst of talking to someone professional, they would hear certain keywords or context clues that can guide them to help you figure out what you need. Because if for anyone that has ever been to a therapist or a therapy session, the therapist, like when you think about it, the therapist is listening to you
the whole time
and then turn around and asking you the questions. Yep. And then you answering the questions, then you end up figuring the crap out yourself. And it's almost like, well, what the hell I come to you for? But at the same time, I love that, because in the military, I get it for free, first of all, versus me out here paying somebody like $200 an hour to be like, all I had to do was call my mama to figure this out. You know what I'm saying?
But what you, okay, so some people can't call. Right. And you're not saying that you don't have your mom, but what I'm saying is sometimes you go through problems that you don't want to share with your family, but you need to talk to somebody, or you don't want to share with your friends. So that's why I feel like a therapist is good, because I went in there and I could talk about whatever I wanted to talk about, and I ain't have to worry about my grandma telling my daddy or my uncle or my cousin what I said. It was just between me and my therapist.
Yeah, but also too, in the military, we also do have like a chaplain that has 100 100% confidentiality. So anytime we go talk to chaplain, no matter what it is.
And if you spiritual, she also talking about a pastor.
Yeah. So yeah. So like
bishop.
My bad. For those people that's not in the military, thank you, Angela. For those people that's not in the military, we call our bishop, pastor, whatever in the military chaplain, because the chaplain doesn't care whether you have faith or not in the military. And I know some outside military that don't care either. But I will hope all don't care because they accept people for who they are. But within the military, they honestly, truly don't care whether you are religious or not, because they promote that they have 100% confidentiality. So you could go tell them whatever you want to get it off your chest, to have that peace of mind and stuff like that. And they will. But not only that, they're not just there for you to confess. They actually talk to you and help you work through the issues to constantly, so you can get better. So for those people, especially in the military, who don't feel comfortable even with going to mental health or going to BHOP, because BHOP they do document they do document, so I'm not saying it will help affect your work, but the reason why they document, because they want to see if you're getting better or if you're getting worse, so that way they can kind of not prevent, but kind of guide your treatment on which route it needs to go. Because sometimes people do need a chemical balance, which is obviously you're going to get medicine for that. And sometimes people need more intensive therapy, which they can figure out what a program is for you. So I know sometimes people get this negative stigma that is going to affect my career. Like I said, I only can speak from my experience and what I've seen with people that I know versus some people who may not have a good experience, but this is my perspective on it. So yeah, go talk to somebody. And I would hope too, in the civilian world, if you are don't want to talk to a therapist or can't afford a therapist, or your insurance doesn't cover it, go find a pastor or somebody to talk to, because it shouldn't matter whether you're religious or not. You need somebody to talk to.
It shouldn't matter if you're a part of their church or not either.
Yeah.
So if you know you don't go to church every day, but you know your grandma do, just go talk to the pastor.
Yeah.
They'll take you in. Well, they duty is to take you in no matter what anyway, and to hear you through and kind of give you some advice. And yes, they're gonna be words of wisdom from the Bible, but sometimes you need to hear what you need to hear to help you feel better. So I highly recommend talking to somebody. I'm not against therapy because I needed it, and so I'm not above anybody else. It's just that what I was going through in my point in my life, that's what I needed for my mental. But once you get your mental down pat, then you're gonna be like, oh, I am beautiful. Oh, I am this, and oh, I am that. And then you're going to take care of yourself on the outside to represent how you feel on the inside. So if you look bad on the outside, that's because your inside is not together, and you got to get all that straight.
And you can look good on the outside and your inside be tore up, and people can still feel that energy.
Yeah, like, they feel the energy. Yeah,
it's not going to be good, and it's just sometimes people can just tell. Like, people know, like, I have such good positive energy that when I'm having a bad day,
they know. People
recognize that and know, but also at the same time giving my space to be having a bad, like, don't ever try to just because you have a feeling, let me get rid of it. Sometimes it's okay to sit in your feelings and to feel that feeling, to process that feeling, because that's how we develop emotional intelligence, to be able to handle certain situations and not always be so reactive to everything. Sometimes we need to be able to sit and deal with those emotions, but what you don't want to do is sit in the emotions and never get past it, or never get through, or come up out of that emotion. That's why it's good to talk to somebody, get your mental health. But also, too, a part of self-care, I feel like, obviously, if you know me, you know I'm all about skincare, body care, all that stuff. So I feel like for women, especially working women, someone like me, I have a demanding job. I mean, the more rank I make, the more I can control my hours, obviously. But I still work a lot of late days. But I specifically make it a point to at least one night a week to do like a
Facial.
full facial, like where I do a face mask and I relax. I sip a glass of wine. Like I set that type of environment. Angela could tell you too. My house have a peaceful energy in it.
A sleeping energy. You make me have to sit right here on this couch and pass out. I said, girl, it's your couch. Your couch making me go to sleep.
Not only that, but I think it's the vibe that I have. I wake up, like Angela see my little routine. I got routine for a morning.
Yep.
I got a little routine for a night.
Yep, I'm over here picking up good habits.
Yeah, every morning I wake up, I open up my blinds and my curtains because I need that natural sunlight to come in and hit. I light a candle. Like I set the tone for my day.
Yeah.
And then I make up my bed every day. Like I have a specific routine that I do in the morning. Yeah, drink my tea in the morning. I have my certain routine that I do at night because I think those little few minutes that you have in the morning, whether your routine is extended like long my night or short, it give you that sense of structure and organization. Like it give you a sense of centering, yeah, because it's like, okay, my mind I'm not like waking up too late where I'm rushing out the door. I don't think you ever seen me rush out of this house.
I ain't never seen you rush. Nah, I got a bad habit of that, but I'm gonna fix that when I get home.
I think because my mind, because now I'm such to a place because I know how to take care of my mental and me, you know what I mean? I can if I'm late, I'm just late. It is what it is at this point. Like I used to stress myself out about small little things, and now it's just like if I'm late, I'm late. Like, but I do have an understanding boss too who knows like I work late, so if I'm not coming in at a specific time, he knows that
you work late.
I work late because we've had that conversation too. He's not expecting me to be here exactly on the dot as if I was telling my airman who I'm trying to instill time management, and you know what I mean. So it's a little bit different when you get to a different rank in your career, whatever,
a path.
But definitely those small little things. But the reason why I have those routines is that's what I learned from going to talk to someone, going to talk to someone at B-Hop. Like that's what I learned is that my life is as much as I have order at work and a task and the leader that I am, and my home life was chaotic.
Yeah.
Too. I wasn't set in a presence at my home because I was bringing a lot of work stuff to home, and I didn't know how to turn it off because I was solely making my life about work, and that's all I would do is talk about work, be about work. I am work, but then I lost a sense of me, of who I am because of that. And so because that's what I figured out by talking and seeking someone, I started with my sleep routine. Is what I started with was, okay, every night before I go to bed, I'm going to take my shower. I'm going to wash my face. My face routine is like probably I shorten it some because like I can't do it every night. And some nights I'm tired, so I had to do a short routine. But I do the same thing. I come home, I take my shower, I do this. This is how I get ready for bed and wind myself down to where I'm solely focused. Like I'm not thinking about work while I'm doing that task. I'm only thinking about that task at hand. And another thing that helped me too to help fall asleep is I have a app on my phone. This has been very helpful. It was two things that helped me with falling asleep because I call my brother all the time and ask him for advice even though I'm the oldest. It was two things that would help me. I end up downloading the Bible app on my phone. I would listen to that. And then I actually have another app called Slumber, which is different people with different type of voices, telling stories and just talking and telling you to take deep breath and this. And I'm going to tell you the story. It's one I listened to called Rapunzel. I'm going to tell you a story about Rapunzel. It's like this dude with a deep voice, but it's soothing. Yeah. And so as soon as I turn... Now, I ain't gonna lie. Could I tell you what the hell the Rapunzel story about on that app is about?
No.
Nope. Don't even know. By the time he said, by the time I'm doing the breathing techniques and I'm gonna tell you a story about Rapunzel, I wake up and don't even realize I fell asleep.
What's the name of that app again?
Called Slumber. It's called Slumber on the app.
So right now, our advice is to first take care of your mental. Recognize that your mental is your everything. It's your soul. It's your center. So you take care of your mental first, and then second, have a routine, right?
Yeah.
Routine.
Well, before we go into the second, when she take care, so taking care of your mental is acknowledging that you have a problem and not being scared to go talk about it. Because I thought I had everything under control until my stress level started physically affecting me. Like how you said,
with your blood pressure.
No, but you said you have panic attacks. Yes, my blood pressure was becoming high, but my physical when it was attacking my physical, I was having chest pains.
Yeah.
And I went in I went to the doctor. This was one of my short talks when I was stationed in Korea. I went in because I kept telling them, I said, my chest is hurting. Mm-hmm. I said, it's been hurting for a week now. And they was like, what? They was shocked. Because anytime you go in for your chest and, I want to say your head, like you're immediately seeing, especially for your chest.
Yeah.
But I told him, I said, I thought I ate something wrong or what was going on. I can't figure out why my chest is hurting. You know, they looked at my heart and said, well, your heart is normal. This is normal. And they checked my blood pressure and realized my blood pressure was high and that I could be stressing out about something because I eat pretty healthy. So it's just, you know. So that's what I would say. Like, if you notice, like, physical things are, like, you hurting somewhere, or if something physical is wrong and you know you're not doing anything extraneous or anything like that, yes, check out your mental. Yeah, your mental, to eliminate some other things that may be going on because of your mental state. And then second, a routine. Routine definitely helps. So if you're having sleeping problems, figure out a bedtime routine. Mm-hmm. Morning routine. It don't have to be nothing long. It'll be 1 or 2 things that you consistently do to get ready in the morning to help you center yourself. Mm-hmm. Would you say there's a 3? Yeah, I feel like you should have words of affirmation, whether you write them down in a notebook or you post them on your mirror where you can see them every day. Like, I'm a physical person, so I learn by seeing and doing. So I have to do both. I have to see it and do it. Yes. And then I would say for 4, I would say find an outlet. Find an outlet. Yeah, find an outlet. So painting is our outlet. And writing is your outlet. Mm-hmm. Music can be your outlet. Just and you know, music. Yo, I'm telling you, like, when I get off work, because you do this too, I'll sit in the car for like 20 to 30 minutes before I go in the house just to relax, because I don't want to take all of that I brought from work in the house to my kids, you know, because I don't never want my kids to be affected by how I feel at work when it has nothing to do with them. Yes. So that definitely helps too. I found out that helps too. Like, if you're in a relationship, you have a spouse or whatever, and especially if you have a spouse that don't give you your 5 minutes when you walk through the door. I think sometimes women tend to sit in the car. No, I think sometimes women tend to do that when their husband come home and be like, hey, how was your day? And right now, they just need that 5 minutes to get through the door, relax, break down, and then go back and engage with him. But then, because he'll be, I feel like, more engaging. So I know that with me being a working female, like, if I, like, in that type of relationship, I would need somebody to give me 5 to 10 minutes to, like, take off my uniform, untie these boots. Like, no, just give me that time. Yeah. So I know it's too, like, well, I sit in the car too, but I do want to be respectful because you are my guest, and I know, like, you're gonna be you no matter what, and I know you're bubbly and full of energy, and if I'm tired and exhausted, I don't want to affect your energy because I feel some type of way. You know what I mean? Because you're emotional, so I don't want to make you feel bad because you are happy to see me and I'm like, get on my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, not trying to be rude. No, I get it though. I get it because I do. I think sitting in the car helps. And also too, if you just tell your spouse, like, hey, I am willing to talk to you about your day. I wanna hear about your day, but could you please just give me 5 minutes? And if you need more than 5 minutes, say that. If you need just 7 minutes or you need 7.5 minutes, be specific on the time that you 15 minutes. But be specific on the time that you need.
Yeah.
So that way that spouse can respect that.
Yeah.
And then go back and read. Now you get your time and then you don't go back and engage, then you wrong for that.
Yeah.
Because if they respecting you for your time, to give you that time to decompress,
you should respect them and give them that conversation.
Yeah, you respect them and give them that conversation. That's a compromise. That 50-50, both parties win. And I think it'll be a lot healthier and the conversation be a little bit more productive too.
Yeah.
Now you're giving your spouse that quality time on what she wants too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And not just her. Him.
Him. Yeah. Him.
Either way it goes, both of y'all
have a conversation.
Yeah. Just talk about it. And another thing I had to learn while I was here. I mean, you've been telling me this, but I mean, I actually kind of let it go. Like, it's to not worry. Like, when stuff don't go my way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'll be like, Nene, just, they ain't worry about it. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, so I think that's something I had to learn. And like I said, I have a really good friend. I call him Sunshine. Like, most of my friends know that I give them nicknames only because...
Bruh, all her friends got nicknames. But go ahead.
I don't like to be putting people business out there. And, like, I do try to protect some of my friends. Some of them, they don't mind with their names being said. Other people probably do mind. But also, I don't like putting my business out there either.
Yeah,
so, that's what I do. But I do have a friend that I call Sunshine. And he that was something I would talk to him about, but that was something he would put in my head for me to not stress so much. It's like, why would you worry about that? That's little stuff. Like, don't worry about it. They gonna make their own decision. You can't protect everybody. You can't save everybody. You can't do this. So I think once I really learned how to really let stuff go and not, because I'm a worrier, but I worry on the inside, and my closest friends know that I'm a worrier. People on the outside may not know that I'm a worrier, but my closest friends know I'm gonna worry about something and it's gonna be eating me up because that's just what it is. I do a really good job at masking my worriness. I do. But when I was taking his advice and just reading certain books and stuff, it helped me to just let it go. It is what it is. It's going to be. It's not killing nobody. It's not the end of the world.
Right.
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I had to learn that. But I learned that while I was here. So that's me taking care of my mental. You know what I mean? This vacation I had. and that's another thing. If you're going to take a vacation, make sure you take it with somebody. What's the word I want to say? That's going to kind of support you and know that you need and kind of know why you're taking the vacation, so they can help you get to your goal. That's what I should say. Yeah,
because you got here, you wanted to clean, you want to go. I'm like, sit down. First of all, I don't want to say I'm controlling in my house, but I do like things a certain way.
It's your house, so it's okay.
It's my house. And I think like towards this second week, I was a little bit more relaxed. Like, okay, you can do this, you can do that. But once she leave, it's probably gonna go right back to being like super spotless. Yeah.
I'll try my best to clean up behind myself, because she did.
It wasn't bad, y'all. It wasn't bad, but I do like things a certain way. Yeah,
that's okay. It's understandable. I got a house too. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's I think was there anything else that you wanted to tell these good folks?
No, I just want people to have self-confidence and to know that it's okay to wake up feeling sad one day. It's okay to wake up happy one day. It's okay if you feel like today is a day I need to cry. Like, it's okay to have these emotions and stuff. But don't allow your emotions to control you, and don't allow other people to have that control over your emotions. Like, you are in control of you. You are in control of your emotions. And if you have emotional intelligence, no one can ever control you. If you're so self-aware, no one can try to get a reaction or try to control you. Like, that's the ultimate power that you can possess for yourself, is self-awareness and knowing exactly who you are as a person. And it's okay if you struggling or need help. We all need help with something. We not I mean, we offer advice, but we still up here figuring it out for ourselves.
Figuring it out for ourselves.
I just want to tell you guys, like, we enjoy that you guys are listening to us.
Yes.
We hope that someone is being inspired.
Yes.
That we're actually helping people.
Yes.
Because we love what we do, and we just want to share these conversations we have privately with other people because sometimes people are having these conversations by themselves.
Yeah.
And those people that are having conversations by themselves, I hope that they listening to us and like, I feel like that. I just don't want people to feel alone because we can relate some way or another, on different topics and different things. So self-care, like, take care of yourself, and then once you take care of yourself, the love piece will automatically come, because self-care, self-love is like one and the same.
It is. Once you take care of yourself, that self-love will come. And can't nobody love you if you don't love yourself.
You have to know what type of love you need and what type of care you need.
And you have to take care of yourself in order for you to say, okay, this is how I want to be loved. You know what I mean? So self-care is the center of everything. And even in our previous podcast, we always say self-care.
So take care of yourself.
It's like the number one thing. Like, they probably should teach us this in elementary, but they don't. But self-care,
but not just elementary. I just
probably
feel
high
like,
school.
I feel like parents too, like, because my mom never like put me in front of the mirror and say you are beautiful, but she never talked down to me either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think in today's society versus the way I grew up to where kids are growing up now, we kind of do need to build up their mental a lot more versus, like, because bullying has become so extreme
because it's cyber
and it affects mentally. It's an effect. So I feel like if we can help somebody somehow, especially like a mom or sister, whoever that can pass it along to help build up their mental, I think we're doing exactly what we wanted to do with the podcast. It's just to inspire and to help people.
And speaking of parents, that's what I do with my kids anyway. Especially my girls, telling them that they're pretty and telling them that they're beautiful. And I tell them I love them because I don't want them to feel insecure when they go out and they feel like they have to hear that from somebody else.
Don't forget your guys too, because I think more of guys may not be obsessed on how they look as far as like pretty wise, but emotional wise. That's something you need to build up too. Like, it's okay for men to cry and be in tune with their emotions, because as much as women be like, we want a bad guy, we need a man that's in tune with their emotions too,
so he can understand emotions.
So he can understand our emotions, because he keep them bottled up inside and like, I'm not supposed to be crying, I'm the man, I'm this. You'll never understand women because we emotional creatures. Which is what it is.
So that's what she said.
What I said. I'm serious though. Like, I know you say you do, especially with your girls.
I do
but
with my girls, and now
I feel like with young boys, it's okay
to let them cry.
Yeah, it's okay.
And
not just cry, but just to really feel the emotion, to go through the emotions.
I get what you're saying, and the only reason why I really couldn't say anything is because I'm like, in my head while you saying that, I'm like, I can see Alan be like, oh, boys don't cry, because he does that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you right, like, it's okay for him to have some type of emotion, because I don't want him to be a zombie when it comes to feelings.
But you want him to treat people right, and you don't want him to calling people weak or feeling like he weak because he had a breakdown, right? Because at this point in time in his life, he needed to cry about something, and now that he cried about it, now he hard on himself because boys don't cry, men don't cry. Now I'm a little punk, I'm weak and all this other stuff. That's more trauma to the mental.
Especially for males.
You gotta work through your emotions. There's nothing wrong with having emotions. It shows that you're human.
And I think that goes to another thing, where a lot of people think that even though we are strong, we as in women, we are strong, and I feel like we multitask a lot. Yo, Yo, this girl over here, she preached to me earlier this week, but I'm gonna say that for another podcast about the queen. But even though
really, I gave her because you guys, I know you're gonna be wondering. I did give her an analogy on how, the man natural born leaders and protectors. Like, you know what I mean? Just my perspective of it. And women are natural caregivers and stuff. And a lot of men walk around here talking about submissive. And like, us black, strong females or any female that's just out here doing their damn things. Like, I'm not about to be submissive to you. I'm not about to be waiting on hand and foot. But that's not necessarily what submissive means. It don't mean I'm your slave, I'm your maid. But at the end of the day, I was telling her, like, people try to bring up the Bible. But if they actually read it, it says that the man submits to the woman and the woman will submit to the man. So you're supposed to submit to each other.
Yeah.
And that even though we look at our men as the king, when you're looking at a chessboard, who's the most powerful piece on the chessboard?
The queen.
The queen is. The queen is the most powerful chess piece on the board. And the whole purpose of the queen is to protect the king. Like, all the pieces there are to protect their king, but they only can move
a certain way,
but the queen can go left, right, all the way around, all over that board.
She's your king.
The only way she can't move is the way the knight move, which is under
the L shape,
which is the L shape. So for my people who know how to play chess, you guys know what I'm talking about. So even though the king possesses, like, the king is supposed to be the all-powerful, really it's the queen.
Yeah.
But if you're a smart queen and you know that this is your position and you know how to play, you're
gonna take care of
your king to where the king is the king, and no matter what, he gonna submit to his queen because he know what kind of power the queen holds.
Yes.
So I was spitting some game to her, but that's kind of a little deep if you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you know a game of chess, you
should have got that.
You know what I'm talking about and how you can relate a game of chess to life.
Right.
And I try to take that same concept as when I'm a leader. When I'm while I'm in the military and stuff. Not only that, I spit the same knowledge to the people that I'm trying to mentor, or I do mentor that look for me as a mentor. I try to spit the same knowledge and stuff, because if you want to be successful, in order to be a great leader, you got to know how to follow, right? If you don't know how to follow, people not going to want to follow you. Leaders know how to follow. Leaders know when to step back and allow other people to lead. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you have to bring that advice and give them techniques and skills on what you do, what work for you, so that way they can take them and build on themselves and use and turn it into how they can make it work for themselves. But this is analogy, like, my brother taught me how to play chess, but my brother didn't give me the analogy that I just spit to you guys. That just came from just
us having a
conversation and knowing life.
Yeah.
And in order for you to be a true queen and to be able to move and operate and go anywhere on the board, you have to have a sense of self.
Yeah.
You have to understand yourself. You have to know yourself. You have to be able to be in control of you and your emotions anywhere in life. And that's how you become like a queen for real.
Yeah.
And be powerful and humble at the same time.
Yes, but what I was trying to say before,
I'm sorry, but to kick a little knowledge and kick a little game.
I was trying to say that for y'all, but she had to go ahead and get it to you.
Because Angela will tease you guys and then be like, we're going to save it for later.
Yeah, because I want them to keep listening.
I'm like telling people now. But Angela always be like, man, you just. I know sometimes people be like, you just know so much. I just be like, I feel like I can just. I can relate to just turn it into a life lesson.
Yeah, and that's good. Relating and turning stuff into a life lesson is good,
because you can relate to other people.
Yes, which make you more understanding and
more well-rounded.
Yeah, more well-rounded.
Yeah,
well-rounded. Lord Jesus, I can't even say it.
You need to stop drinking.
But what I was trying to say was, not only females are not the only ones that need to focus on their self-care.
Yeah, men need to focus on self-care too.
And I think
men need to focus on self-care, but at the same time, I don't feel like, not saying I don't feel like it's our place, but I can't really speak from a male perspective.
No.
I know what my male friends have told me, but it's not necessarily. I mean, I can somewhat relate, but I can't fully relate because I'm not a male, and I don't want our male audience to feel left out because
we can't relate.
We can't relate.
But
I just don't want to say something and then be like, well, they don't know what they talking about because they females,
right?
But at the same time, I feel like some of the advice that we've given or what we
is
said,
unisex advice.
I think it's unisex. I think it can help everyone.
But I just don't want females to think that they're the only ones. No.
Females are not the only ones that go through it. We can speak from a
female point of view.
Yeah. Maybe in the future we can have a male guest on here that can speak from a male point to help our male.
Because I'm trying to tell you, men are so different from women, and when I say different, I mean they mindsets, because
they think more logical, and they think. I feel like
we probably involve our feelings too much in our thoughts.
Not only that, I just feel like sometimes when you're talking to a male, they just want to fix the problem, and all we really want them to do is just listen to us.
Oh, true.
I didn't come to you for me to fix it. I came to you because I need you to listen. I need you to hear me out.
Yeah.
Because in the midst of me talking, I'm gonna figure it out, but I need to get it out.
Yeah. We just need shoulders.
Yeah. But that's what I mean by. I feel like if men work on self-care too and understand their emotions and stuff, they can
understand the woman well.
Based on how we present them and talk to them and our emotions, they can tell whether they need to interject with a solution or just listen to us.
Yeah, based on our emotions.
But sometimes, from what I know from the guys that I know, they like just direct messages like, "Hey, all I need you to do is listen to me right now. I'm just about to vent." That works too. It's nothing wrong with just saying, "Hey, listen to me." I think sometimes females just be out here thinking dudes are mind readers. They can't read our fucking minds.
No.
Sometimes we just gotta tell them what we need.
Yeah.
They not mind readers because we ain't no damn mind readers.
No, we ain't like, no mind readers. We just know how to figure stuff out. But we ain't no mind readers.
And I've learned this just through life. But sometimes you be like, you should know what's wrong with me. But how the fuck are they supposed to know what's wrong with you? You don't say what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
I'm just supposed to guess that.
I learned that myself.
Are you hungry? Did I forget to take you out the trash? You know what I'm saying?
You want me to fix you a bottle? So no, let me stop.
No, but I'm being real because it's something that I experienced. Like, I'm over here with a whole attitude because you don't know what's wrong with me.
But I never once said it.
Not only that, you keep asking me what's wrong with me, and I say nothing. Then you leave me alone. Now I'm mad that you left me alone. And not trying to figure out what's wrong with me. But you asked me, and I ain't tell you anyways. So I'm even more mad. And now you're still not trying to figure it out because. Now I told you I don't want none, but you didn't press the issue, and you should know what's wrong with me, but you don't know what's wrong with me because I ain't tell you.
Yo, us females need to get together. So,
I'm just saying. I know the majority of females
be like that. They be like that.
Females can say, "Oh yeah, I know exactly what I'm."
But we don't need to do that though, because not only does that irritates them, it also pushes them away because they like, and then they think you crazy. We ain't crazy.
No, we're not crazy.
But we have to learn how to express. If we can take care of ourselves and express ourselves, and just, I mean, you say it one time, bruh. If you can say it one time, then at least you can say, "I did tell you."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just, like we said, if we can get in tune with our emotions and we are in control of our emotions, and then we wouldn't go through this whole psychological mind game.
Because then you be like, I ain't got time for that.
Because I tell you, if I tell you what's wrong with me, you don't give a fuck, then I don't give a fuck. And I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna be in my feelings, but it'll be in private. It won't be in front of you. Like, I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's okay.
But when I give you the cold shoulder, I don't want to hear shit about it. You're like, well, what's wrong with you? I told you what was wrong with me.
You ain't want to listen to nobody.
Exactly. Well, we're rambling on as we usually do. But I think one of these other podcasts, I think one before this one, we stopped it. We stopped abruptly. We was like, oh, we gotta go. Bye.
Right, because we ended it. We was rambling, and it was time. The time was up. So
it was running out of time.
But we gonna farewell y'all tonight, though. Y'all make sure y'all follow us on Instagram at Sisterly Advice 30S. Also on YouTube. We got YouTube channel, y'all. Y'all follow us. Y'all go ahead and like and subscribe that page. And then we also have a Facebook. Go ahead and like that page. And then we have Minty podcast platforms. Y'all make sure y'all go listen to them on.
You have to be all extra with
yeah, well, I did though. Many mean a lot, y'all. So anyway.
And even though we do have a YouTube, we have one video on there. So me and Angela are going to try to figure out how we do the video in different. Y'all got to bear with us because I'm not, like, I'm tech savvy, but I'm not like up to date tech savvy. So we got to get equipment and figure out how we're going to do the video portion of our podcast, because we could do the podcast, just the recording piece of it. We figured that out, but we know that our friends and some of our family that have been listening to us really like the video along with the podcast. So we're going to try to incorporate that too. So that'll be coming soon. Just be patient with us because we're just trying to figure this out as we go along. But we really do appreciate you guys listening to us and supporting us, and we always welcome good feedback. So we're going to do our best. If you aren't able to give us feedback, or if it's a better way for us to have discussions and interact with you guys, just let us know on Instagram. Like, just inbox us and help us out, because we're just figuring it out as we go along. But we would love to interact more with you guys as far as like in our messages and comment sections. We just trying to figure that piece out.
Yep. And we still supporting Black-owned businesses, so make sure y'all leave us a message.
Put it on our Instagram. Send us a DM on our Instagram page if you want us to shout you out. If you're doing your own business and you need, supporters and stuff, we don't have no problem doing that. We're not gonna charge you advertisement or nothing. We just gonna legitimately shout you out. We will check out your business to make sure it's legit, because we not gonna be out here shouting you out and you out here scamming people. Yeah. We're not about to do that.
Show ain't, because I work hard for my money, and I know other people do too, and we ain't got time to waste.
But don't worry, this won't become a singing podcast either.
Look, if you work with me, then y'all already know how I am. I don't sing, but I might sing 2 words and that'll be it. But anyway.
So silly. So silly. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get off, whether it be daytime. Enjoy the rest of your day. If it's nighttime, have a good night. And
if it's morning, get ready to go.
Get ready to go and enjoy. And at least put one sticky note on your mirror to remind you how beautiful and how much you're loved.
By yourself.
No, by other people. Other people can see it too. Just say, I love me. And look in the mirror and say, you love me.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. How much you're loved by
yourself.
Yeah, how much you love you.
Yeah. Do that.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Oh, wait.
No, you can say bye.
Oh, bye.